Yo, welcome back to a new season of Bravo and Blaze with Jenny Blaze. I am your host, Jenny Blaze. If you're new, welcome to the chaos. If you're familiar with Bravo and Blaze, thank you all for your support and for being here. On this season of Bravo and Blaze, we will have a new episode every Friday for the entire 2024 to 2025 school year. You heard me right, moms, and maybe some dads. I don't know. I'm a mom, so everything revolves around the school calendar, and we just got that. So I'm like, let's go. Can't plan ahead of time if I don't know what's going on with the kids, right? Anyways, on the Fridays that I am not on mom duty, I will be going live here on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and even Twitch. If you're on Twitch, I need to know who you are because I don't really know that many people on Twitch. But I want to know that world. So DM me or whatever you got to do. For the Fridays that I do have some kind of mom duty, I will release a pre-recorded episode, which will most likely entail an interview. I already have a lineup of guests that include other content creators, experts, and maybe some Bravo Lebs, maybe some celebs. What even is a celeb? How do you get the title celebrity? I just don't like that word. And to be honest, I don't really love interviewing Bravo Lebs or celebs. Not because I don't like them. I love them, a lot of them, not all of them, but because of all the stuff that comes with it, I'm just like, let's just be cool, not all uncool. Should I have Luann here? I should bring Luann back. Speaking of being cool, I need to remind everyone that this podcast is for entertainment purposes only. Do not take everything or anything I say as fact. We are just chatting and trying to have a good time. We may have some strong opinions, but they are just that. That's my opinion. If you find yourself becoming so infuriated and enraged that you feel the need to attack myself or anyone, just please take a few breaths. Inhale deeply, exhale completely before you do so. Like I said, this podcast is for entertainment purposes only. We are not here to intentionally hurt anyone, and by no means use this platform as a means for bullying. So none of that. We do not condone that. For example, we might say we hate John Jansen and Jesus Jugs, but we will never condone reaching out to them to tell them that or to try to hurt their livelihoods or anything. Like, if you don't like someone, just don't, I don't fuck with you. That's it. Let's move on. However, they did sign up for a reality television show that is intended to be watched by as many people as possible. And through that, topics of conversation arise. And I think we're allowed to talk about them freely with one another to digest, analyze, question, ponder, learn, and let's be honest, judge. Where's my gavel? Judge Jenny up in here. Sworn in. But let's do all these things in a healthy way where we are not hurting anyone. Moving on. All right. Like I mentioned, we are streaming live here on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and Twitch. If you want to interact, I think I see a comment already. Good morning. Social media never sleeps, says Max. Sorry, I got distracted. Okay. If you want to interact with our live chat, please join us here on YouTube because the streaming technology I'm using does not import all the chats from the various platforms we are streaming to. I will do my best to go through the chat periodically throughout the show. So feel free to leave your thoughts on what we're talking about, interact with one another, or ask a question. And if you're not following us on social media, make sure you do so. We are at Bravo and Blaze on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and Twitch. We are at Jenny Blaze on YouTube. I say we, but this really is a one-woman show, literally. So when I say we live tweet on Twitter, I'm live tweeting on Twitter. I don't know why my phone is doing this. I'm disconnecting my phone. It's being wild. But where did I leave off? See, I get distracted. Let's see what Madeline says. Madeline, I am very happy to have you back. Wee, and I won't be mean until I'm on Twitter. Wink. I can handle, some jabs here and there. I'm not one to like dish it out and not take it, but I am sensitive. So, okay, where did I leave off? I said I'll do my best to go through the chat periodically throughout the show. I already said all that. And if you're not following us on social media, I said all that too. At Bravo and Blaze, we're at Jenny Blaze on YouTube. And like I said, I live tweet on Twitter. Tweets are also included in Instagram stories, which we might toggle between. I'll share my screen. But I hate this technology with sharing the phone screen because it is kind of wonky and it's distracting me. I had to unplug it because it was making noise. So I also want to mention that I basically live in Instagram stories and I post everything on Instagram because that's my main platform. So if you want the true essence of Bravo and Blaze, make sure you go there. Oh my gosh, Brian Scott Patterson, happy Labor Day weekend. Gonna get blazed this weekend. Hell yeah. I just did. My throat hurts. My kid was sick last week and there's some lingering in me, and I took some Zarbees, but I've been Hawk 2ing, and I've been Hawk 2ing before the Hawk 2 girl. So I'm the OG Hawk 2er, but not in the way she did it. Because I thought that was gross. Sorry, I'm so thirsty right now. Okay, let me move on. It's been a while. I'm a little rusty. But if you are a podcast listener, please note that we have visuals over here on YouTube for you to look at. However, I will do my best to describe what we're looking at for those of you who are multitasking while listening to this podcast. The audio podcast is available wherever you get your podcasts. To help support Bravo and Blaze, make sure you subscribe, follow, share, comment, and leave a 5-star rating. All of these things are free and they help way more than you even know. Here's a real life example. After my last 3-week live streaming series, I was incredibly burnt out and went on what I thought was going to be a 1-week break. That 1-week break turned into the whole summer indefinitely in my mind. As the end of the summer was approaching, I was thinking maybe I should just shut down Bravo and Blaze. And don't get me wrong, I love Bravo and Blaze, but as a self-produced and independent podcaster, I find myself to be isolated a lot. I'm literally in a room by myself doing this. I don't have coworkers. I don't have ideas, or I have lots of ideas, but I don't have anyone to bounce the ideas off of. And like any human being, intrusive thoughts sometimes overpower. So as I'm contemplating shutting it all down, I remember I was about to go to sleep. I was tagged in a tweet by Reality TV 420, what up. And she, or I think it's a she, they were saying, or they said they voted for me. And I was like, huh? Like, voted for what? I was so confused. That was how I found out that Bravo and Blaze with Jenny Blaze has been nominated for overall reality podcast in the 11th annual American Reality Television Awards. I was so confused. I'm like, is this a joke? Did someone like who would put in this much effort to prank me? That's wild. And I still feel like it kind of is a joke, but I don't know. And they're going to be like, we're not sure how you got in there, but I don't know. But it goes to show you working alone keeps you humble. I am the most humble. I'm joking, but I'm still in shock, and I am so incredibly grateful to be nominated. As soon as I found out, I looked at the other nominees, and I'm just realizing now that I forgot to put a slide in here to show you all. But the other nominees are MTV's official challenge podcast. I don't watch the challenge, but I know there's like a lot of overlap in the fandom. On Fire with Jeff Probst. Did I say that right? I literally had to Google him. I didn't know who that was. And apparently that's the Survivor host. I was like, why are we in the same category? What is happening right now? The next nominee is Real Life with Kate Casey. I've seen her all over. I don't listen to podcasts, so I don't consume her content, but I know who she is. And I was like, oh my gosh, how am I in this category? I was like, is this for real right now? The other one is Sexy Unique Podcast. Whoop, whoop, sir, our sir people, Vanderpump Rules. I love that. Maybe I should do an interview with them because there's overlap, obviously. Oh my God, see this? My phone is still making noise. Tender Loving Care is another one. I'm guessing they cover stuff on TLC. I don't watch TLC anymore. I used to watch some shows. I watched 90 Day Fiance for like one season and was so disturbed. I was very confused at first. I'm like, is this real? Is this a prank? Like, what is happening? And to know that these are real people, I had to check out. I couldn't do it anymore. Another nominee is The Vile Files, y'all. If you could see my face, not amused. I was like, why? Why is he always everywhere? Always doing the most. Like how? Why? I don't care who wins as long as it's not the Vile Files. But also on the list is We Signed an NDA. And if you know Vanderpump Rules, We Signed an NDA has two hosts. It's Ann Maddox, who used to be Tom Sandoval's former assistant, then started working for Ariana. She was working at Something About Her. I don't know what's going on. I think, okay, so when I saw this list, I DM'd Ann immediately. I was like, Ann, do you know about this? And she was like, oh my gosh, I don't know. She didn't know about it either. And I was like, how did this happen? Like, do you know? And she didn't know either. But she co-hosts with Amanda Lifford, who is the former assistant to Nick Viall from the Viall Files. So yeah, I don't know what's going on, but this is wild. I wish I had the picture. I'm mad at myself now, but you can vote for Bravo and Blaze with Jenny Blaze for overall reality podcast in the 11th annual American Reality Television Awards by clicking on the link in the show notes. You don't have to vote for every category, but you do have to make sure you submit your vote at the end. You can vote every day until September 2nd, which is only a few days away. So please go vote. My goal is to make sure that Nick Viall doesn't win. I would like to see a woman win. And I mean, this guy annoys me. Okay, let's move on. I also need to talk about Patreon. To date this year, I've been releasing one Patreon episode a month, and we are now ramping that up and releasing weekly Patreon episodes for our rewatch of the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City season 4. I've done a pre-watch episode that I will release on Patreon for everyone to watch before subscribing to see if you want to join us on the journey, because Salt Lake City is not the average Bravo show for me personally. I may have gotten a little too close to the sun on this one, and I'm trying to retreat a little bit, but it's complicated. Go watch the free pre-watch episode on Patreon. It will be released before Monday, but starting Monday, the first episode of season 4, the rewatch, will be available for subscribers on Monday. The link is in the show notes. Okay. Also, one more thing. While I was on vacation, I attended Andy Cohen's wax figure reveal at Madame Tussauds in New York City. I did a Patreon episode on that experience. The link is in the show notes as well. But that was so interesting and amazing, obviously. I got to meet Andy. I got to ask him a question. I asked him if he would be offended or flattered if somebody were to touch his wax figure inappropriately. And I was thinking that because if you've been on this Bravo and Please journey, you know that light, healthy narcissism is part of my brand. But as I was getting ready to go see himself be revealed as a wax figure, I was thinking to myself, like, how would I feel in that moment? Like, that must be so trippy, but also like cool. And then also kind of concerning, since this is like something that's on display. Like, what if somebody, I thought about like, oh, wouldn't that be nice if people actually came to see my wax figure, to take a picture with me because they love me so much? Like, that is so beautiful. Like, that makes me want to cry. But then on the other hand, I'm like, wait a minute, what if like somebody hates me and they're like, I don't know, drawing like a dick on my face or something? I actually think that is kind of funny. That didn't bother me. But what I thought might bother me is like if someone was freaky, like they had some like weird kink and like, oh God, I'm thinking, imagine Tom Sandoval goes into Madame Tussauds and my wax figure is there and he chooses that location to do a spiritual healing or whatever he calls it, and he emotionally nuts all over us. Like, I'm not okay with that. I don't think I could handle that. I'd be like, no, shut it down. The display, the wax figure, it's off. We're not doing it. But I asked Andy and he said he'd be flattered. Would you guys be flattered? Who would be flattered? Who would be offended? And I think it's different, right? It's different if like somebody's twerking on you versus like Tom Sandoval emotionally nutting on you. Also, before we get into the Bravo news, where are we at? We're already like almost 20 minutes in. I got a chance to be a guest on a few other podcasts, Vanderpump Rules. Go check that out. And Maybe It's Me Pod. Love Rob, love Jazz. Also, Bravo Outsiders. I might have done that before I went on vacation, but make sure you check them out. Okay, I'm going to go into Bravo news. Oh, it's been a while. So much has gone on. All right, let me do this. First up, my Canadian folks, where you at? Bravo Canada officially launches Sunday, September 1st. What does that mean for you all? Well, apparently I'm in the US, so I don't know this firsthand, but I believe in Canada, They don't have Bravo on like their normal cable television channels. So a lot of them have to get an additional streaming service called Slice. That would be equivalent to us in the US having like Hulu or Netflix or whatever. So they have to pay extra for that. Well, that is now going to be available for regular cable viewers. I don't know. In Canada, do you have like regular cable? How's that work? I don't know. But Canada, y'all are my second biggest country. So, out of my audience. So, I am so excited for you all. This also means that you can live tweet with us. And that opens a whole new ball game for you all because when you start live tweeting, it's like you're sitting in a room with people watching it with them. I never had that before in my life until I went on Twitter. I was like, oh my gosh, why haven't I been here this whole time? Such a dummy. Just kidding. I'm not a dummy. But I want to say what's up to Imran from Bangladesh. What's up? And Fuzzy Puff. Woohoo. Our friends to the north are getting Bravo. You need it. Like now. Okay, let's move on. We got a lot to talk about. TMZ. Okay, they posted, this is a few days ago, and I quit Beverly Hills, Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. So I'm just going to give you the headline and we're going to move on. I'm not going to get into it. But Tom Girardi, husband of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star Erica Jane, found guilty of fraud. Why this thing isn't the way. I can't read it, but apparently he's found guilty in wire fraud for $15 million. Yikes. Okay, we got to talk about our Vanderpump alumni / the Valley stars. Vanderpump Brittany Cartwright files for divorce from Jax Taylor. I even got a copy of their filing from Reddit. There's, sensitive information is crossed out, so nobody go crazy. And also don't do that. But yeah, so Brittany filed on Tuesday, I think, and there was something going around on Reddit saying, or maybe it was Dumas, somebody said that he actually was served a month ago and they made, because the Valley is filming right now, they like staged him getting served on camera, but that doesn't make sense. That doesn't add up because we have the actual filing and it says, I believe, August 27th. Someone's going to have to zoom in. I can't see. But this is all on camera. And I don't know, it just feels like, did they plan this? Is this a long game from Brittany and Jax? I feel like I could see Jax doing this alone, like in his almost subconsciously. Like he's always scheming that he probably doesn't even realize that he was lining this all up intentionally. But he did, I think. Right? I don't know. What do you all think? This is wild. Oh, another thing that I wanted to show you all, but my phone is acting funny. Joe posted again about her and Tom Schwartz. It's wild. Like this, it's been like 2 years, and they did a marathon of season 11 on Bravo the other day. There's a scene of Joe and Schwartz where they are talking in a way as if they have had the conversation of them like being married someday, because they even have like a timeline. And in that scene, I posted it on my Instagram stories. In that scene, Schwartz is like backpedaling, you could tell, but he clearly, like, regardless of the backpedaling, you can, like, I feel like he's not acknowledging the extent of how he led Joe on. And I'm not saying Joe is like, I'm all for Joe posting about Schwartz. Like, this is scary. But at the same time, I feel like Schwartz, let's call him Warts. That's what he is. Oh, I feel like he is worse than people realize. It just like people just kind of graze over it. They skim it. It's just like, oh yeah, Schwartz being Schwartz again. Like, we talk about this and it still happens. All right, I gotta move on. I got more. Okay. What else? Oh, I did do a poll. I like sharing the polls with you all. University of Bravo posted a clip, old school VPR, when they're dressed in drag at Schwartz and Katie's joint bachelorette party. And Sandoval is so fired up because Carter called him Sia. Like, that night everyone was fighting. It was just awful. And then out of nowhere, I don't think Tom had a reason to be mad up until Carter said, "You grew up to be Sia." He was so mad about that. He wasn't mad about Carter saying, like, you two should just get married, talking about him and Schwartz. He was like, Sia, really, Sia, as he's literally dressed as Sia. Classic. But I did do a poll saying, is it time for a VPR rewatch? 72% of you said yes. I was shocked. That is a lot. I don't know. I can only do one at a time. Right now, we're focused on Salt Lake City. But after that, yeah, I'm kind of itching for a VPR rewatch. So it's coming. All right, let's move on. Oh, okay. On Twitter, Scary Islands tweeted, Real Housewives of Miami is filming. Nobody move. There's a picture of Alexia's stories on Instagram. What is this? Klima_home posted a video with cameras on Alexia at a table with somebody. That's not Julia. Julia's busy with her twins. Who is that? Dr. Nicole? No. Dr. Nicole doesn't have hair like that. Who is that? Anyways, this isn't official confirmation that they're filming, but it looks like they're filming. Why? This isn't like a photo shoot. It looks like they're filming a scene. So cross your fingers, everybody. I have the song in my head. That's all I can do right now. Okay. Let's move on to Salt Lake City. We got the season 5 trailer recently. I'm not going to go into all of that because that's too much to cover in this one live stream. But there's a newbie, Bronwyn, Newport, and I cannot help myself from thinking Brown Wind. Whenever I see that name, it's Vicky's fault. Vicky Gunvalson, this is your fault. I only think Brown Wind, and I will probably call her that until she gives me a reason not to. And I'm not trying to hate on her. I think she's cute. I'm excited for her. But this is funny. Okay, so Bravo Snarkside posted, Brownwyn tweeted, I guess she quote tweeted somebody, Dorit Slay said, no matter how hard you try, you will never be Jen Shaw. If someone tweeted me that, I'd be like, okay, like, thank God. But she responded. She said, mostly because I pay the designers who dress me full price upfront. I value and appreciate their work. I don't know Jen personally, but many who worked for her reached out to me to work with me since I'd actually be a paying customer. Ooh. Coming in hot. We haven't even started season 5. I'm excited. Okay, so this is my take on this because I'm a Salt Lake City girl. I mean, like, I've never been there, but I feel like I live there. Just kidding. The newbie, Bronwyn, I don't know why she's throwing shade towards Jen Shaw. I mean, like, I guess that's kind of like low-hanging fruit, right? There's nothing there's no backlash that she'll get from that, at least within the next, I don't know, 2 to 3 years, however long it takes Jen Shaw to get out of prison. But I think because this person this person who wrote, "No matter how hard you try, you will never be Jen Shaw." That was a quote tweet to one of Bronwyn's posts of her doing, like, I don't know, she's doing like high fashion glam shots because she's very into fashion. And from the trailer, it seems like she takes fashion very seriously, as serious as Ariana takes comedy. So I think this Dorit Slay on Twitter, I think they hit a nerve. And I'll just say from like a strategic standpoint, I don't know if this is a good move for a newbie to show their cards so early in the game, because now we know where her weak spots are. Like, she's touchy around the fashion. Like, I could see Danielle from New Jersey being like, your outfit looks like shit. And her Bronwyn would just lose her mind. Like Jen Aiden, I know that bothers her too because she's big on fashion as well. But Bronwyn seems like on a different level passionate about fashion. So, I mean, she did a good job. I'm excited to see her, but also at the same time, I'm like, I don't know if that was a good time to, I don't know if that was necessary. I'll just say that. Okay, moving on. I have a quick screenshot of Amanda Batula in her IG stories. She's just doing like a cute mirror selfie type of thing from her swim launch with South Moon Under. They had a launch party. Kyle was there. Who else was there? Lindsay was there. I don't know if anyone else from the cast was there, but there was a lot of social media activity around that. So I'm sure you can find it because I can't collect all of this. I try my best and I try to repost as much as I can, but there is a lot going on. I just want to say though, real quick, while we were on break, I helped manifest this. I did a mirror walk video in my bathing suit saying that I hope Amanda Batula lives a healthy lifestyle, starts her big boob swimwear line, because I need that personally, and gets rid of a man who calls her a bitch on national television. Now, international television, Canada. That's right. I mean, I'm not going to take all the credit, but I think I helped. Okay. Let's go into the Bravo lineup. I'm skipping the Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip because I watched that a long time ago. Like, that's old news. And didn't that come out like 2 years ago? It triggers me. It makes me a little bit upset because it's like digging the knife in, knowing the fact that we'll never get that season that they filmed. We're supposed to have the Morocco trip. This is because of Brandi Glanville and Caroline Manzo. And since then, we haven't heard anything about filming a new season. I think they might scrap it or something because of this lawsuit. And this is why we can't have nice things. Like, do you remember when they were filming, they were ramping up so hard with the Ultimate Girls Trips? We're like, It was like we had playing cards and we were doing fantasy teams. It was so fun. And now it's ruined. I'm mad about it. Mad about it. Okay, let's move on. Below Deck Med. First of all, this picture of Sandy with a Triton. Is that what they're called? In the ocean? This picture is ridiculous. So wild. It makes me laugh. Oh, shoot. I forgot to say what's up. What's up, Aquarius Avenue? Have fun, me too. Chris, I think someone compared her to Jen Shaw and she responded. Yes, that is what happened, Chris. Amanda has to be on her way to filing, right? I hope so. She announced a new creative director position with a sunglasses line. Yeah, that was kind of random. It is horrible. Wait, I think he's talking about the below deck picture. Yeah, it is horrible. Just like Sandy. And this season, I'm kind of annoyed at the two stews that Aisha has because we don't get enough of the fun Aisha because she's working so hard. Because these two girls are fighting over a deckhand named Joe Bradley, who's not even as good looking as the real Joe Bradley that we all know from Southern hospitality. I'm annoyed. And there's a new Stu coming in, and he's already talking about hooking up with her. Meanwhile, this guy's dropping the ball on being the lead deckhand. You suck, Joe Bradley. But I am happy that Ellie and Brie are finally getting along. Even though last week was wild, like Brie and Joe Bradley basically hooked up in the bathroom for a second after Brie apologized to Ellie for everything with Joe. And Ellie's like, that's the best part of my night. Oh my gosh. Yikes. The chef should have been fired. He's been dropping the ball a lot. And I feel bad for him because he's not a trained chef and he's doing a really amazing job, but I don't like he's getting more experience from this for sure. So I feel bad because he should have gone. And it just makes me miss Chef Rachel Hargrove. I'm still manifesting a private chartered yacht someday with her as the chef. Manifesting. Okay, let's move on to Real Housewives of Dubai. Oh my God, so much going on here. We got reunion looks. I want to cover the fashion first before we get into the show. Here is the cast with Andy. Stunning. Bravo and blaze red. Love it. Okay, first up, let's go through Chanel Ayan. Literally looks like a goddess. I mean, look at her. She's stunning. Everything. Even her hair, it's like the red in her hair is the perfect, like it's a perfect red color. It's not too red. It's still I don't know, complementary with everything because it doesn't make it look so fake, even though we know her hair isn't really red. But this crown, this headpiece, whatever that is, I want to wear that right now. I want to walk around my house with that for the rest of the weekend. And this dress is sick. The slit goes all the way up to the hip, and she's obviously an amazing model because she knows how to work the angles. Her leg is looks 10 feet long. It's wild. So gorgeous with the train. Like you could take off the train and the dress could stand on its own. Actually, can you? I feel like that would be really cool on a runway. You walk out like this, untuck the train or whatever, and let it just flow as you walk off the runway. I just got chills. Gorgeous. My favorite. Okay. Next, we have Caroline Stanbury, Lisa Milan, and Sarah Al-Madani. Caroline Stanbury looks like a Barbie doll. The woman is stunning. I don't really have any notes. Wait, let me get my picture out of here so I can see the bottom of her dress. Yeah, I mean, the silhouette of the dress makes her look stunning. The fabric, everything. It's just, I mean, it's kind of basic, but I am a basic bitch. I kind of like that. I'm cool with it. I need some feedback in the comments. Do you guys like these looks or what? This is an easy one. Okay, Lisa Milan. This woman is so stunning. It's unfair. But it's like, I'm not mad at her. She's just so gorgeous. I want to like package her up and put her in my pocket and carry her around with me. She's just gorgeous. Look at her. Her hair is, I don't know, is it short or is it like slip back? I don't know. There's like waves in it and it's so shiny. Her glam, her makeup is flawless. She looks unreal. Her bone structure and on her shoulders and everything, she's just perfection. And this dress, it looks like water. Make me water. That's all I hear when I see Lisa Milan. Like, she's stunning. Who makes this dress? It doesn't even look real. It looks like, it doesn't look like fabric. Is it rubber? I don't know. It's gorgeous though. I love it. Okay, Sarah Al-Madani. Somebody made a comment. Sarah's dress is too big for her frame. She's swimming in it. I kind of agree. I feel like it could be, I don't know. What's going on there? Basically, okay, so Sarah's got like a strapless jumpsuit with wide leg pants and like some fabric that's ruched and gathered around the hip, right? That's not a dress. These are pants, right? I think. Does she have pockets? I need pockets. And then she has like a piece of red cloth around her neckline. I think she looks amazing. I like this look, but yeah, something about like maybe it needs to be tailored better. Max said Sarah's dress looks frumpy. Oh, I like Sarah, except there's some tea coming out about Sarah that we'll get into soon. Okay, let's move on. The next slide, we got Talene and Caroline Brooks. Talene, she's really gorgeous. She is perfection in all her confessionals. Every time she's on the screen, I don't have anything negative to say about her appearance whatsoever. This dress, though, is a little like quinceañera kind of vibes. It's just got too much. Like maybe if they took off, yes, Max said she's still gorgeous. They are all gorgeous. 100% agree. This look, though, like I want to take off the whatever this flower pieces on her boob or around the armpit. I think I want to take that off and then maybe make the train more voluminous. I think that would be a great edit for this look. But I mean, she's stunning. I wish I looked like this. And then Caroline Brooks. She is also gorgeous. Her glam looks great. I'm not into the hair. And this dress, this silhouette is a little on the basic side as well. I mean, you got to remember they're sitting next to Chanel Ayan. Like, it's tough. I mean, you got to pull out every trick in the hat. I mean, it's just a little too basic for me, even though she's stunning. Like the way that I was saying with Talene, if she had a more voluminous like train, that would be good. I feel like that kind of needs to happen for Caroline Brooks as well. And only for like pictures, I bet in person we'd get totally different vibes. Let's see, what did Max say? Fuzzy Puff said, hot, hot, hot. Max said, Brooks most improved. I still can't believe she's in her mid-30s. Is she? I didn't know that either. These women are very, very active on social media, by the way. If you all want to get in, if you want an interactive experience, Real Housewives of Dubai is your best bet right now. They're only on season 2, which means there's not much that you need to catch up on if you're just jumping in. And they are very interactive. So there you go. Bravo tagline said, Brooks looks flawless. All 6 look great. No notes. Yes. This is such a good reunion look for the whole cast. Okay, so here's like a non-official picture. I forgot who posted this. But see, like, I feel like even this picture makes the looks feel a little different. Like Sarah's dress, or is it a dress or pants? It looks like it has more movement in this picture versus the official picture. So it's hard to say all the time. And then Talene's dress looks not as good in this picture. Wait, does she have, what is that on her shoulder? Is this like a one shoulder thing? Hold up. No, there's nothing there. What's going on? Confused. And then Caroline Stanbury, the material and the fabric of her dress doesn't look as good in this picture as the official, right? So, I mean, you never know. Okay, let's move into the show because I did a poll. I like sharing my polls with you guys. Okay. So on Dubai this week, the biggest drama was around Lisa Milan having an event for Mina Rowe, her maternity line, which started with like maternity clothing, and now she's getting into like beauty, skincare. She wants to cover or provide everything a woman would need postpartum, yada, yada. I actually really love everything that she's doing with Mina Rowe. Like I'm a fan. I love it. So she has this event for Mina Rowe. I guess Lisa paid this competing salon in Dubai to have her event, her Mina Rowe event at. And in that process, she got Talene to collaborate with her by teaching like a yoga class. And at this competing spa, competing against Caroline Brooks, because don't forget she has Glass House the spa. Mina Rowe is basically branded everywhere at this event. And when I first saw it, I was like, hell yeah, that's good branding. That's what you should do. Especially if you're paying money, I want to see Bravo and Blaze everywhere, tattooed on your forehead, like that girl who got Trump tattooed on her forehead. Just kidding. Okay. I want Heather Dubrow status branding in your drink. Okay. So when they started coming in and complaining, I'm like, why? What? I thought that was so weird. Because this is a work event. This is what she's supposed to be doing. And it's wild to me until I forgot that Caroline Brooks has her own spa. So I'm like, oh yeah, okay. I could see why she might be a little annoyed or whatever. And I did a poll while I was watching because I'm like, this is wild. Like, is this actually shady? And 45% of you said, yes, this is shady. 29% of you said, no, it's not shady. And 27% didn't know. Oh my gosh. Max said Brooks is Twitter activated. Yeah, I'm going to go to her Twitter in a second. Brooks was fuming. I could not understand the level of rage that was coming from Brooks. And I'm like, is this really warranted? So I guess there are some receipts that I'm going to try to pull up for you all if my phone will cooperate with me, because this is live. And when there is no audio going on, it stresses me out. Dead air is my biggest fear. Okay. Do I have it? Do I have it? Let's see. Who's in the comments? Oh, it's not working. Okay, I'm going to have to read it for you all. Okay, Caroline Brooks posted this. I guess this is the day after the episode aired. Receipts. In the first slide, it shows the image that Caroline Stanbury sent me of the setup of Lisa's event. Then she called me. As mentioned before, Stanbury was the one who had the issue with it first. Sergio had a lot to say too. I'm green text, Talene white text. Okay, so there's a picture sent. And wait, who's white text? Talene. Okay. So Brooks sent that to Talene, and Talene said, I know, I saw this. And then she did like the, for face palm to the head emoji. Brooks said, unacceptable. Caroline sent this to me. And Talene said, agreed. Brooks said, she told me don't watch her stories. Talene said, it looks like her spa. Brooks said, she said they have to clean this up. It's absolutely not okay. Sergio saw it yesterday. He told me and was like, what the fuck? Now everyone understands. Talene says, no, it's not. Raf agrees as well. But I don't think it was Lisa's intent. In all cases, network should have been aware and not okayed it. So I think Talene is saying Bravo should have been aware and been like, what are you doing? I don't think so. But Brooks replied to that and said, correct, with an exclamation point. But it happened and someone allowed it. Now it has to be fixed because it's not acceptable and it shouldn't have even taken place. It's not cool. Branding a spa with sticker decals and signage, doing massages on the show. This is my entire business model. Okay, when she said that, I was like, okay, I get it. And then Talene said, I know, Lisa needs to get off her high horse. It's exhausting. Babe, you have my charger. Need that. Oh, never mind, babe. Sorry, Raf has it. I just wanted to read that part because that was funny. Then, oh my gosh, Brooks goes on, I don't like my toes being stepped on. I've worked really hard to be where I am, and I am really upset right now. I support all of my friends and their businesses, and I love a success story and seeing women win and independently secure the bag. I'm everyone's biggest cheerleader. I actually really like that she said that. And like when she puts it like that, I'm like, yeah, me too. But I don't know if I'm on Brooks' side. Just want to throw that out there. Brooks goes on, I'm really upset, Tal. It's not cool, dude. I literally do anything for my friends to see them win and be happy and be successful. But all I ask from in return is the same support and respect. I don't like what I saw today, and that was a direct conflict in my business, babe, and nobody could deny that. It made me uncomfortable and extremely sad. I'm always sad when someone says they're sad. And anyone who knows my hustle and grind would feel the same pain. It's not okay. In reality, that spa is considered my competitor, as any spa in Dubai would be. Talene says, babe, I see your point completely, but remember your business is a beauty something. I got cut off. Okay, wait, there's more. I don't know if I can't read all of this. This is too much. Even I think, did Caroline Stanbury? Caroline responded to this tweet Stanberry saying, actually, you called us going nuts and asked us to send a photo, which I did, but okay. Stanberry is so funny. Caroline Brooks responded to that. This is all on Twitter, by the way. You can all go see this. This is public. Brooks said, also, we can address what happened when you and Talene tried to change the narrative at confessionals in New York after Talene forgot she already told Lisa Milan, she tagged Lisa, that it was all you when we were in Lisa's hotel room at JA Golf Resort. Oh my gosh, this is so fun. Oh my God, Lisa Milan jumped in. Facts. Talene came to our hotel room and told Diane and I that it was Stanberry who had the biggest issue behind the scenes. Oh my gosh. And then Caroline Brooks tagged OMFG reality TV. I'm dying right now. Oh my God. I need my fan. My daughter took my fan and got it wet. So now I need to get a new one. This is so funny. Oh my God. I can't go through all this. Even Talene said, oh my God, Talene replied too. Now this is comedy. What are you trying to prove here? I was trying to diffuse it while still trying to calm you down. You were going nuts. Do you want me to share the messages you sent me about Lisa? Should we go there? And Brooks wrote back, be my guest. I told you, they're very interactive. Talene, I won't do Lisa like that. Moving on, boo. You know the truth, and so does Stanberry. She tagged Stanberry. You lost your shit, and we tried, as did production, to reason with you and talk you off the ledge. Anyway, I'm bored. Good night. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I'm sweating right now. That's entertainment for you. Let's move on. Oh, one other thing. I didn't get a chance to post this, but I think I saw it on Bravo Celebrities on Instagram. Posted a clip of Saba, Sarah Al-Madani's friend, responding, or actually no, she's talking about Sarah and why they're not friends anymore. And she says that Sarah tried to defame her. And so in response to that, Saba called her Sarah Al-Fradani, like fraud, called her a fraud. Oh my gosh, I'm sweating. I have to take this off. Okay. Whew. I know people don't love Dubai, but I love Dubai. I think it's great. Oh, they bring it. They bring it for sure. And I love the fact that Chanel Ayan is like learning her age for the first time. She's like, oh my gosh, I'm older than my husband. That is hilarious. Okay, let's move on. $1 million listing, Los Angeles. What do I have to say about this? There was a Heather Dubrow cameo because Nick Dubrow, Nepo baby, is working for Altman. And I feel bad calling him a Nepo baby, but that's not a derogatory term. It just is what it is. He has rich parents. And I think Nick is going to be an okay kid or human being someday. I feel like the Dubrow kids are going to be like normal and kind, hopefully. We'll see in 5 years, I guess. But yeah, Heather Dubrow makes a cameo on this, and this is where she buys her huge Beverly Hills home. Also, I watched you all, if you're watching $1 million listing, and only 54% of you said yes. That's sad. But I also kind of get it. Like, watching $1 million listing is not like watching other Bravo shows. It's like real estate porn, pretty much. And to motivate yourself, because I'm like, damn it, I need that $80 million house. I better get to work. Whack, 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 whack. Oh, by the way, Instagram is about to end its live stream, or maybe it already did. So another reason why you need to come to YouTube. Let's see. Max. Saba is not going to be at the reunion. Yeah, I know. Why didn't they have Saba at the reunion? I don't like that. Fancy pants. Okay, so Heather Rowe buys a house. I mean, there's not much to talk about, but let's move into Real Housewives of Orange County. We got the mid-season trailer last week. Double J squared. Jesus Jugs. Johnny J. Dirty John. First of all, they began their evening by celebrating their 9-month anniversary. It didn't even register to me when I saw that. I was like, what? Are they pregnant? What is going on? I didn't realize that grown adults were celebrating 9-month anniversaries. Like, what day do they start from? Like the first day they boned? First day they met? I forget though. Like, these are the same people who got promise rings, meaning they're promised in the eyes of God, like good Christians. Gross me out. Fake Christians are a huge trigger for me. Are you trying to get popped? So yeah, that's how their evening began, and it ended with a proposal, and now they're engaged. If you don't understand the disgust, make sure you've seen all of Jesus Jugs from prior seasons. But what's most important is going back to the episode where she was on Below Deck. I think Bravo Celebrities posted a clip from it on Instagram, and I have never recovered from that episode. Jesus Jugs was on another level, and that is what I last saw of Jesus Jugs before she came into this season. And I also was incredibly angry at Shannon Bedore for that DWI. When I saw that footage, I wanted to cry. Like, I could cry right now just thinking about it because that was awful. She could have really killed someone or herself or her dog. And like, it makes me upset to think about it. We start this season, I'm ready to like go in on Shannon, like, oh, hell no, lady. But Shannon is like doing everything she should be doing. And I cannot hate on her. Like, I'm supporting her now. And especially with Jesus Jugs coming in, like, that's just cruel. Ugh. And then this episode from last night, we see Shannon get her breathalyzer installed, and God bless that breathalyzer installation man. Oh, poor guy. I can't imagine who he interacts with on a regular basis, but I felt so bad. Like, that the whole scene was really funny, but Page 6 was so shady because they posted a paparazzi picture of Shannon using the breathalyzer in her car. And I saw that. When I saw that, I was like, oh my God, that's awful, right? They took it down a few hours later, but that was shady. Because, I mean, as much as, yes, drinking and driving is very shameful and no one should feel comfortable ever doing that. I felt really bad for Shannon in that moment because they were like trying to shame her even more, I feel like. And she said, like, this is a reminder every single time I have to drive my car. I didn't know that you have to like blow into it as you're driving. That seems kind of dangerous. I don't know if I could handle that. Sober. I mean, like, I don't even drink alcohol. Kind of want to try it now. Imagine I got a breathalyzer just for fun. Okay. Some people are going to be mad I said that. Last night on Real Housewives of Orange County, they played Traitors. And if you know me, you know I love the Traitors. I was having a blast last night. And I made a note. I was live tweeting. And right when the blindfolds came off, I said, oh my gosh, Heather Dubrow is making a comment right out the gate. And in my mind, I thought that either means that she is the traitor and she's like overcompensating, or she's just a very enthusiastic, faithful. And I thought it was that she was a traitor at first, but then I got thrown off when they showed the blurred image. I thought it was a blonde. So I'm like, oh, well, it can't be Heather. And that messed me up because of that. I'm kind of mad. I feel like, first of all, I want every Housewives franchise, every Bravo show to always do a traitors game. I love it so much. But I forgot where I was going with this. I also think that Tamara and Teddy planned that whole pool thing, or Tamara is a really good sport because I would have been so pissed. It was like cold and rainy there, and Teddy pushed her in the pool. Anyways, what else? What do we got going on in the chat? Oh, wait, I have some more slides. Oh, yeah, I want to ask you all. So, Jesus Jugs, she keeps going on and on. I have these life running videos of Shannon and blah, 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 blah. What are these videos of? I just want to make sure it's separate from the video of Shannon driving into the house, because if it's that video, then we've already seen it. So I don't know why Jesus Jugs is acting like this, but apparently they're saying that there's a separate video where, I don't know, John Jansen's daughter was involved or something. And either way, even Jen pointed this out. Doe-eyed Jen was like, this doesn't feel right. This is not nice, like, of somebody do to Shannon. And she's exactly right. Is this blackmail, extortion? What is this? It's not cool, whatever it is. But I still want to know, is it that same video? 60% of you think it is, 40% of you don't think it is. I still don't know. I'm scared. Like, I don't know if I want to see it. Do I? We also got more of Katie last night, and I did a poll to ask who loves Katie. This picture that I have up here is from Drunk Drawn, where she's in her confessional talking about Heather Dubrow was like, get your fucking nails out of my face. I like Katie. I don't love that she's like fighting with Heather Dubrow, but I kind of love that she's fighting with Heather Dubrow at the same time. I asked how many of you love Katie. 44% of you love Katie. 28% of you said and 28% of you said not sure yet. I take that as a positive thing. I like Katie. I like her family, her story, all of it. I'm here for it. All right, what else? What else do we have going on here? All right, it's our first week back in a while. I feel a little rusty. I had to take off my shirt because I was so hot and sweaty. But thank you all for being here. Please make sure you subscribe, follow, share, like, leave a comment, and 5-star rating for Bravo and Blaze on YouTube and wherever you get your podcasts. Don't forget to follow on social media at Bravo and Blaze. Make sure to vote for Bravo and Blaze with Jenny Blaze for overall reality podcast in the 11th annual American Reality Television Awards. You can vote every day until September 2nd, 2024. And this is a secret, but if you don't want to vote for the other categories, you can just skip them. But make sure you submit your vote by getting to the end of the voting form. You should see a confirmation that says you have voted. And make sure you check out new episodes of Bravo and Blaze every Friday and Patreon on Mondays. Until next time, stay lit, y'all.